Hello, my name is Jessica Alejandra Camelo Cruz, and this is my work for my final exam activity, my final test activity. First of all, I want to start with saying how great this class was for me. I learned to use different tools, and I was able to understand things that maybe I knew about but didn't know how to um, use them correctly, or how to use them in different sentences, or how to use them in different activities. So I'm very excited about this speech. My speech is talks about learning environments because as I work in a elementary school, well, not an elementary school, a bilingual school, they use very much learning environments. So I think this is a very important thing to use in every school. Learning is, I'm going to start. So the title is Learning Environment. Learning is more effective when it is an active rather than a passive process. For me, creating a positive learning environment for students is really important. This speech will explain different ideas of how to have and create a great learning environment where we can all learn from. To start off, there are many posters that express an environment. Second, the many tools we can use. And last, which is third, the location of each thing. I think that the most important thing to create a learning environment is for the teacher to understand the meaning of this. What is learning environment? So, the teacher plays a real big role in creating a place where students may learn. As soon as you go in the classroom of fifth grade, you will find posters full of information and full of spaces to be filled with. Let's start with the posters from which we can learn. These posters always remind us of things as necessary as to have and things such as basic grammar rules, which is very important in order to learn English. The posters that are waiting to be filled always remind the students that there is a space for each subject waiting to have a stamp. These are different posters for behavior, or posters such as for if they arrive late to the class or not. The second thing is that there are many tools that help our learning experience become more easy and that help us accomplish our goals. In our class, we can see the tools as a computer, which is a very useful tool, different materials that we can find there. The main things that help us have a pleasant place to work in is the organization each thing has. Students and teachers know where each thing should go, which doesn't allow a class to be disorganized or with things in the spots where it's not supposed to be. To have and create a place where students feel comfortable learning all depends on the teacher. Each thing in a classroom, if you have a classroom management, it has a spot. So kids should know where all the things of their art uh, things go, or where the math stuff go. Everything goes in a different order. To know each thing has its place makes everything easier. My classroom is composed by different learning centers. Learning centers are places where students can learn through different activities and through different subjects, where my students are able to learn faster by doing different activities related to the topics seen in class. Each one of these centers are my students' biggest desire. 5 minutes before the learning center, I already hear students saying, "Teacher!" And the learning center, this is something they never forget. They love when we get our singing sheets and start singing songs. This is something they love to do. So in conclusion to all of these things is that my classroom all over has a learning environment from the door to the last corner of my classroom. I think students are learning all the time, from being organized to new songs, pronunciation, and how to behave in class. Thank you very much.